Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, let's see what we can get for the Divine Masculines today. Thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through for the beautiful twin collective that joins me here. What can we see on the conscious mind, in the heart space? What are the masculines wishing for the connection? What actions are being taken? What is the biggest challenge at this time? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where are things going? I'm going to pull some Divine Feminine Insider Scoop energy cards here too. What can we get for those? Okay. On the oh, he has to shuffle another deck. Like, what? Why? Twin Flame, Two of Wands just exploded out of the deck. But let's see what else. Actually, I'm feeling to pull another question. So, okay. Wow. It's like something is interrupting. This is that feeling like I got the ancestors coming through the one time. So, okay, let's ask a message from the ancestors. Let's see what the ancestors would like to tell us today, because there seems to be some sort of a generational message wanting to come through. I had no anticipation about this, but let's see. So, special message from the ancestors, please. Thank you, Divine Creator, for facilitating communication. The Chariot, oh, the Lovers, sorry. Four of Swords, integrating the Loves, and Five of Cups. Lord of Loss and Pleasure. Oh, I just heard the ancestors say they did not have the luxury of being alive in a day and age that this kind of love was so accessible. I'm hearing luxurious, that there is a time on the planet where so many in this day and age can access through understanding this level of love. I'm hearing the word pinnacle of human experience. Don't forget the sacred heritage that has unfolded into these now moments that has resulted in your life, in your incarnation, in the reverence of being in physical form, having an earth experience. Do you know the odds of that, dear viewer? Don't lament the loss of pleasure too long. You are meant to revel in the knowing that you've won the lottery, the cosmic lottery, to show up in human form. Take that to heart. Let it empower you. Let it put your life into context. Don't be distracted by the things that seem to bog you down in the 3D. Don't sweat the small stuff. Let go of control issues. The Emperor is staring on the side here. Let go of the control issues, the hard work, the downtrodden victim mentalities, the forsaken energies, and thrive, live, find the aliveness, tune back in. It's through appreciation and gratitude at this life that you've been given. Oh, thank you, ancestors. I'm looking at the moon at the bottom of the deck and the eclipses that are coming up. So this truly is a sacred rite of passage for humanity, I'm being told to say. Even though we have eclipse season every year, even though we go through the winter solstice every year, or the winter equinox, or solstice, sorry, yeah. Depending on the hemisphere, it's different, but we go through the same cycles, but this is different for humanity at this stage of development on the planet. We haven't been here before like this, and it is pretty amazing that we all exist. Have you thought about that lately? About what that is? How this has happened? The absolute surreal quality of that? Take a moment and remember that. Remember the sacred. Okay, so what is it that we can see for the divine masculines today? Shuffling and shuffling. It seems like things have been shifting up just in this real time. Okay, on the conscious mind. Four of Wands and the Lovers. Here is the same card. The Lovers just showed up from the ancestors. The meaning of life. Love is the meaning of life, everyone. And divine masculines have this recognition, revelation. Here is the twin flame 1111 card showing up here on the 1111 portal. It's not in the upright. I just heard something about mirror image, as above, so below. Making the choice, believing in love. Okay, it's the steps in the process. One must believe in love before believing in this love. The divine masculines have returned to the garden, I just heard. They now believe in the higher love. This is coming into sight. The twin flame union is becoming more real to them now. Even though they have sensed, it is becoming more present to their awareness because their faith is deepening in the existence and the benevolence of this dimension, of this reality. So divine masculines are getting to a sense of purification, I just heard, so that they can discern what this higher love is. We've seen this theme coming out in the readings over the last few weeks in particular, and it's coming into the whole idea of a spiritual love, of the resonance of a twin flame journey. So for some, they don't know the name twin flames yet. For those that do, this connection in particular is standing out to them as the likely candidate in that context that it might just be true. Okay, what is the energetic card we can get for the divine feminines? Dimensional planes of perception number 9, universal understanding and objective observation. So let go, step back, look at it from the big picture one more time, forever. Divine feminine, and give your divine masculine space to come into the revelation of what this is on their own. This is really beautiful. It looks like it's happening for many, and so allow them that grace period. Literally, have you thought about that? I haven't actually thought about that saying, grace period. This is a grace period. Your divine masculine, amazing grace. I'm getting it again. I was blind, but now I see. I see that love exists. Real love exists. This dimension is made of it, and my divine feminine. Da 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 da. What are the masculines feeling on the heart space? So much love. King of Cups. There's still some sort of a truth that has not been fully realized yet. And that might be, the profound confirmation of what this connection actually is, or something to do with the timing of it. Let's get a clarifier for the divine feminines and the masculines watching. What can we see, Starseed, about the amount of love that's here? Awakening to source, soul confidence, reassurance, and source essence. So the proof of what they are seeing revealed about the nature of this reality, about their connection to source. This is spiritual mastery, because as people come into spiritual mastery, the ways of the world lose their grip. the higher love is seen, and things start coming into new context. And so the divine masculines, as they are awakening to the source connection through the lens of twin flame love, through sacred relationship, you know, it's one thing to have that in our own right, but then to see it in practical application through a relationship is a whole other ball game. I'm thinking of this as a bat now, and this hawk as the ball, and how far out of the ballpark that home run would hit. You know, just seeing that divinity can actually be included in romantic relationships. That has been a missing piece, with all puns intended. Okay, what are the masculines wishing? They are wishing to figure out, what's burdening your heart. Here's a feminine, and there's anxiety, sleepless nights. So divine masculines may have seen something that has left them feeling concerned. Times 9, I wanted to say times 10. 10 swords here, yeah, 9 and 1. So something has made the divine masculines quite concerned about your well-being right now, divine feminine. Something has struck them as unusual, or they wonder if you're doing okay. They are wishing to know how you're doing. I just heard it's because they are waking up to how much they care about you. They haven't quite felt the need to check in, protect, empathize with you in this way. They haven't been choosing your connection. They've been numbing out, they've been distracting, they've been focusing on the other things in their lives, whatever those karmic scenarios are. And so this is showing great empathy. They're wondering what's going on with you, and they're feeling, there's a little bit of projection, because for the divine masculines in this energy, there's a sense that they haven't fully realized how unhappy they are, or how much of a mask they've been wearing. And so they're coming to the inconvenient truths. Their conscience is coming up. They're seeing through the superficiality that they've been living in, and they're projecting that onto you a little bit. There's a little bit of a competitive energy that's being released, from what I can feel, that the superiority-inferiority complex, there's a tempering, there's a humility. And so now, instead of assuming they know what's up with you, they've suddenly felt the distance, and now they are concerned that maybe all is lost, or that you're in a place of giving up, or frustration, or anxiety over this connection to such a degree that you might be on your way out of it for good. There's all that. There's so many layers. I would say this is overthinking, and possibly frantic, not knowing how to get through to you, not knowing maybe what to say. This is a page. So for some, they're starting to feel the alarm of the distance in your connection in some way. Excitation, stimulation, and acceleration, subatomic velocitor. So something on the atomic level, the foundational level, the baseline level is very disconcerting, and they're wanting to put their finger on it. I'm being told that it has to do with these universal energies anchoring the desire for a long-standing commitment with you. This is the seeding. This level of concern for you, divine feminine, has not been there yet, because you have not been a priority in the ways that are coming for your divine masculine. They have not been stimulated or excited. That's not necessarily a heightened positive excitement that I'm getting. It's more of a adrenaline, like, oh shoot energy. but it feels like it's speeding up. It's like a panic that they could lose you, or that something might not be. It's like they've known you've been good on your own, and at the same time their spidey sense is making this urgent warning kind of energy about you. I'm getting that it's their subconscious, the universal energies, the way you're handling it. It's all working together. It's kind of lighting the fire under them to pay notice and to feel an intensity that they should go towards you. Divine Feminine. So Divine Masculines, yeah, really assimilate all of those messages, because there's a lot contributing to the intensity for you to bridge the gap between you and your feminine. And that might be a new feeling, because there has been typically an energy on the planet where the masculines fear losing their freedom, and a fear that a feminine would try and entrap and stranglehold in a relationship. So the masculine energy is now realizing that it's an internal pressure to come towards you, Divine Feminine, and not so much you doing this. It's almost the opposite pressure, because you are removed, you're distant in some regard. Instead of chasing the Divine Masculine, there is this sense of, it's not even lost, because it's more like it's triggering the masculines to want to protect and align with. And so it's not even a chasing energy. It's more grounded than that. It's sincere and genuine. I'm very wordy with this, but it feels so new. It's literally the first time that I've felt this degree of conscientious awareness of how the Divine Feminine might be experiencing reality right now. It doesn't have the same self-absorbed energy that the masculines have had until now. What actions are being taken? 5 of Cups and 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is friendship. 5 of Cups is grieving. So I would say that they are processing the loss of the friendship. I just heard why I can't even be friends with my Divine Feminine. What's wrong with me? Why have I done that? So they are deeply considering that you are the type of person that would make an excellent friend, and they haven't been able to do that. 2 of Cups represents romantic love. 5 of Cups contains 3 lost cups, the loss of the friendship. Third-party scenarios might be involved. There's like, you know, that reduce, reuse, recycle sign? There's that kind of a flow going here. There's a bunch of energies that have to do with the difference between romantic love, third-party situations, the loss of things, the mourning, the grieving, the appreciation, the platonic energy, neutralizing of sexual connection, and a rewiring of the circuitry of true connectivity between 2, not 3 unless it's friendship, and not wanting to create drama, I just heard, or rehash the past, or replay past scenarios that no longer serve. What Starseed card can we get? Flower of feeling, compassion, emotional awakening, and forgiveness. So this is the forgiveness work. What goes around comes around. That circular imagery, the processing from all the different angles, is the compassion and the emotional awakening. Forgiving self and other. So there's a lot of dynamics being sorted here with the flower of feeling. It's all available now for the masculines, and they are seeing the anguish they put you through too, Divine Feminines. Oh, I'm glad I'm not empathically channeling that one right now, because I'm down. I feel like what's coming through me, I'm being protected, and it's being downplayed, because what I see there is all-consuming. It's a conundrum. What is the biggest challenge at this time. Oh, the fact they haven't invested in this connection with you, Divine Feminine, Queen of Pentacles, you nurturing, luscious goddess in human form creature. There has not been investment from the Divine Masculines. The reality of that, because they're feeling this urgent energy, it's impressing upon them how little investment they have actually made into this connection directly in a physical. This is all pentacles, so in a 3D sense they have given very little. Divine Masculines, energetically there has been a journey, hasn't there? But yes, 3D in the pentacles, in the material realm, that is a challenge. Very little reciprocation or energy contributed. Or yeah, what can we see for the feminines? Starseed Oracle, dimensional planes of perception number 7, path change, paradigm shift and adjustment. It's really being shown to the masculines how very little has been given. And so Divine Masculines, if you see that now, that means that you can do something about it, and that it means your heart wants to do something about it, or it wouldn't be impressing upon you that a path change needs to happen. So Divine Feminines, your Divine Masculine knows things have got to change. I just heard it can't be less than what has happened. Oh dear. What is the spirit guided solution? Communication about the revelation that has been enlightening the masculines within this internalized process. So Divine Masculines, you're being asked to share, to actually communicate the appreciation you actually have for your Divine Feminine, and let that energetic communication be an investment into the connection. Appreciation is the highest frequency on the earth plane. And if you were to shine that light on your connection for your Divine Feminine, to appreciate your Divine Feminine, that is a very good place to begin. Gratitude, appreciate your Divine Feminine is the message here. What can we see as a starseed energy? Temple of centering, solitude, seclusion, grounding, and belonging. This is how it grounds Divine Masculines. Divine Feminines, appreciation from the masculine to the feminine on an enlightened level is how this grounds. And then we also got star body matrix, multidimensional consciousness, and holographic information. This is stunning because so many times, Divine Feminines, there is a temptation to think that you're the only one that's not in union or hasn't manifested it or gotten it right. This is saying it's a fractal template that all of the twins across the planet are conforming to as it's available. Aligning with, not conforming to. That's such a 3D way of looking at it. There has been conformity templates that have been very sticky for these divine templates to be recognized and aligned with. We saw the Lover's energy coming in from the ancestors, and I'm feeling the ancestral blessing again, saying there has never been a time on the planet that has been so conducive to this level of love being embraced across all stations of society so freely as now, and that it's essential for the future of the planet. This is where it grounds. This is where the belonging, the true sense of belonging comes in. And it is a group effort. It's a fractal holographic template that's being anchored, and it's all in unison together, in unity together. Where are these connections going? Oh, the truth with reunion. It's in the reverse. So, oh my gosh, so many messages. First off, inner child healing is continuing. Secondly, legal process are finalizing and being defined for those leaving karmic situations, leaving contracts of the world, whether that's in other relationships or business or any kinds of legal matters that have been coming between the old life and the new, for reunions. So there are T's being crossed and I's being dotted, and oh, amazing stuff, everybody. I couldn't tell this story if I wanted to make it up. It's so much more fabulous to see it revealed every day. What an honor. We get the coyote in the reverse. It's reminding me of the coyote readings that came out a while back. Those were hilarious. That was, ooh, the coyote in the reverse can indicate that those divine detours, the karmic excursions, the rebound relationships, and acting out of the repression, the midlife crisis-esque type of explorations that the masculines were undergoing. I feel this is the culmination, the return. Being drawn to this is a 12 card, which is a December number, and I just saw 21, so there's that solstice again, the 1221, the mirroring. Oh, I just heard that on the solstice, the mirroring, the recognition of this connection will be seen by the masculines in a compatibility with the feminine's expression of the love here. The masculines will realize the connections profoundly enough to see that you are their true match and to embody that frequency now. Whoa. Okay. Coyote, the 12. Are you being seduced by what you think you desire? Could it be that more superficial, sparkly, shiny aspects of your ambition led you to this moment? Perhaps you feel that in order to get what you desire, you have to compromise yourself, control others, or manipulate situations to ensure your goal is met. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Nose tickle. This seduction energy was in the reading for the Divine Masculines yesterday. But this is for both twins right now. So I'm being shown that the seducing here, the seduction of the world, has played out with the Divine Masculines as far as manifesting and reaching the pinnacle of, I guess we'll just shortcut it to the alpha energy, the alpha masculine energy, ambition, success, the worldly definitions of success. So there has been a seduction that way for you masculines. And I just was shown that the feminines were seduced by the illusion of the possessive templates in relationship, the codependency, the clinging, the desiring, the entrapping a masculine, the control of others here. So karmic energy is insecure and it fears loss. It fears that others can be a threat. In these twin templates, we are being refined to the point where when we come together, there won't be jealousy, lack, loss, competition. It will be so mutual that it will be known. And divine feminines, by the time you come into union, there will be so much evidence on the heart space for both of you that you won't fear instability within these divine unions. It's all happening first. It won't happen after. So if you still have any worthiness issues, doubt, insecurity, all of those will be removed. Say yes to that. Allow it to happen with Godspeed, because that is a true foundation. Anything less than complete confidence in the mutual desire for these unions will create instability if they were to come in. So let your divine masculine be sure and seek to relax to the point where you can believe that you are worthy of someone being that sure about you, and just let it happen, because that's all that any of the divine feminines are worthy of now. Dear Empress energies, that is the match for an Empress. Coyote howls in the shadows to remind you that this may be a lesson too painful to learn. Beware the shallow waters right now. Something or someone might pretend to be deep, but that doesn't make them so. No matter how seductive their superficial traits or how beautiful or sparkly they appear, all that glitters there will not turn up gold, no matter how many wishes you make for that to change. There is an elusive dream that everyone might be chasing right now. Don't settle for less. Really measure whatever's showing up for you that might pull you off your journey, whether it's a thought, a person, an action, an opportunity, something that comes to you glittering like gold. Measure it by the purity of your heart, dear twins, and make sure that it's actually what it appears to be. And that includes if your divine counterpart comes forward to you and isn't fully ready and accountable to be entrusted with a love like this. Wow, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.